Hello and welcome to your BTV News Update for the week of October 25th, 2021. We all hope you had a restful fall break and that you have all been successful in your midterms and other academic endeavors. With that, let's jump right into the major stories of this week.
Election day is coming up, so we'd like to remind you that your vote counts, especially in this election, which involves more local government positions. Please register to vote if you haven't already. Every student should vote in the election for the town they live in, which may or may not be Binghamton. But for those students who are voting in Broome County, any information you need to vote, including how to find out which poll site you should vote at, can be found at broomevotes.com.
As described in the New York Times, as well as in multiple other news outlets, on October 18, 2021, Colin Powell passed away due to complications from COVID-19. He was 84 and served as the first Black National Security Advisor, Chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, and Secretary of State. Powell was fully vaccinated at the time of his death and was due for the booster shot of his vaccine, but his immune system was compromised due to multiple myeloma, a form of cancer, which he was in treatment for. During his 35 years in the Army, Powell was emblematic of the ability of minorities to use the military as a ladder of opportunity. He lived a decorated life full of many positions and successes. May he rest in peace and power. Powell should be a reminder for all of us that COVID is still here and that we can still get it even with the vaccine, and that it's especially dangerous for those who are immunocompromised.
According to the SUNY COVID case tracker, as of October 20th, in a rolling 14-day period, Binghamton has done 2,452 total on-campus tests, with 15 on-campus positives and 4 additional off-campus positives, for a total of 19. Positivity at the university has continued to trend downward since its peak in mid-September. Also, as of October 20th, 7 students were isolating off-campus and none were isolating on-campus. 100% of on-campus quarantine and isolation rooms were available. According to news.governor.ny, as of October 19th, 73% of New Yorkers had gotten their first dose and 65.5% had been fully vaccinated. Over 26 million doses had been given. Lastly, a recent Beeline announcement described how vaccine-exempt students must be tested weekly, and that failure to do so will result in deregistration from classes.
As a reminder, Marvel Studios' Eternals will be released on November 5th, and Marvel Studios' Hawkeye debuts on Disney Plus on November 24th. For a quick look into the future, Marvel Studios' Spider-Man: No Way Home will be released on December 17, 2021. According to a Variety.com article from October 17th, Venom 2 sunk its teeth into $62.3 million at the international box office over that weekend, bringing its global total to $283.7 million as of that day, and it expanded to 44 international markets. The film has maintained a high audience approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes, with an 84% as of October 20th. From that same article, No Time to Die earned $54 million overseas during that same weekend for a global total of $447.5 million. The movie had a slightly higher critic score on Rotten Tomatoes of 84%. It was 83% in our previous episode, and an even higher audience rating of 88% as of October 20th. Variety.com lastly described how Disney celebrated Shang-Chi, amassing $3.6 million internationally over that same weekend, pushing its global total to $414.3 million. The film has kept very high ratings on Rotten Tomatoes since its release, with a 92% critic rating and a 98% audience rating as of October 20th. Lastly, an article on page6.com on October 20th talked about how Angelina Jolie, Salma Hayek, Lauren Ridloff, and Gemma Chan, stars of the upcoming Eternals movie, were all absent from ELLE's 2021 Women in Hollywood Night due to potential exposure to someone who had tested positive for COVID.
Binghamton theater groups have a few upcoming live shows, which are the following. Main Stage will be presenting In Pieces, a new musical directed by Tommy Iafredi and music directed by Robin Womersley. It will be live streamed from the Waters Theater from November 18th to November 21st. The Hinman Production Company will be performing Clue, directed by Rachel Steinman and assistant directed by Kyle McAfee and Alessandra Antonacci, from November 4th to November 6th in the Hinman Commons. Also, Heathers, directed by Samantha Carroll and Katie Van Loven, music directed by Ali Radin, and assistant directed by Samantha Goldman and Emily Whitaker, will take place from November 18th to November 20th, also in the Hinman Commons. The Dickinson Community Players will be presenting Harvey, directed by Lake Hakes, in the C4 Multipurpose Room from October 29th to October 30th. As well as A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum, directed by Chetna Contetta in the C4 Multipurpose Room the weekend of November 19th. And now, on to the weather.
According to the Weather Channel, this week will be wet and cold with highs only in the 50s for the week. These predictions were made October 22nd, 2021, and are subject to change. On Monday, there will be a high of 59 and a low of 47 with 66% chance of showers. On Tuesday, there will be a high of 52 and a low of 45 with 88% chance of rain, so make sure you have your umbrella. Wednesday will have a high of 54 and a low of 48 with a 53% chance of showers in the morning with overcast skies for the rest of the day. On Thursday, there will be a high of 57 and a low of 49 with 48% chance of rain. Halloween weekend will be just as cold and rainy as the rest of the week, so keep that in mind as you make plans for the weekend. Friday will have a high of 55 and a low of 46 with 43% chance of rain. Saturday will have a high of 54 and a low of 46 with 35% chance of morning rain with cloudy skies for the rest of the day. Scattered showers are predicted for the evening. Finally, on Sunday, Halloween itself, there will be a high of 54 and a low of 44 but only a 24% chance of showers. And now for a quick public service announcement regarding Halloween. We're sure that each of you are not only aware, but are also looking forward to Halloween 2021. This year, Halloween falls on a Sunday, so this whole weekend will be full of fun and spooky events throughout the Binghamton area. We here at BTV News encourage you to go out and make the most of your Halloween weekend. Wear a costume, go out with your friends, eat candy, among other things. However, with that all being said, we also urge you to be smart. If you are going out, make sure you are in a group. If you drink, make sure you eat beforehand and drink plenty of water. And of course, be mindful of the bus schedules as OCCT has limited late night services. But always remember, the most important thing is to have fun.
Well, Binghamton, that's all we have for you in the news this week. Keep working through your midterms if you still have any, and make sure to get some sleep, and be sure to tune in again next week for more updates. Have a good one.